What about the Carolina Clash? Check out those stats at all?
I sure did. I saw a little graphic float by on my page and thought immediately you. I don't know why. Oh.
Joel freaking Freeman, this dirty dog.
Hey there. What's going on? Welcome into the Players Meeting, a Win Dummies production. I'm your host, Lucas Deal, and we're rocking episode number 31. Thanks for being here. In this episode, we're going to talk majors. Not just this year, but next year. We're going to talk USDGC. We're going to also talk disc golf in the NFL. What? We're also going to do a little bit of picks for USDGC, and we're going to bring on some very, very special guests. So make sure you stay tuned. You can find us anywhere you get your podcasts. All you got to do is search for the words Win Dummies. If you have not, please subscribe to the Disc and Deals Coverage YouTube channel. That'd be awesome. Without further ado, let's bring in the real star of the show, the one-time world champ, Chris Smith, a.k.a. Smitty. There he is. What up, Smitty?
What is that over your shoulder? What's going on there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a new neon light to try to look real cool. Is it working?
Well, I may have to check our Players Meeting bank account because I'm not seeing any on my wall.
Yeah. This came from the old personal account. I took money away from my twin girls to go ahead and make this purchase.
Smart choice. I hate to bring a lawsuit upon you on embezzlement.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to stay around the game.
Nope, I'm looking forward to this weekend. I love this tournament. I love the fact that we're familiar with the course. We know that the Innova boys will throw in a few wrinkles here and there to keep us on our toes. But I've always loved this event, and it'll end in dramatic fashion, most likely. It normally does, coming down the stretch. And yeah, man, I had a great weekend this last weekend with the Kansas Junior Championships. I think we had 41 kids out there, and it was a great time. It was a little hot, but pretty fun, man.
Yeah, I think that is the ultimate way to grow the sport, is getting those little kiddos out there. I think you said, who was it, Emily? She got out there. A lot of shots, but did it happily.
93 over par.
That's right. And loved every second.
Yeah, she's awesome. It was awesome. And then a couple of the older boys divisions came. They were pretty close coming down the stretch. Just great way to we had a lot of different levels of players. We had some that this is their first event, some that didn't have PDJ numbers, some that are already trying to move up the ranks and keep track of ratings and wins and all of that. So pretty interesting, pretty fun.
Yeah, I know my guy, Disc and Deals sponsored, Hudson Casper, shot extremely well. I think he went bogey-free, shot 889, almost a 900 rated round. Would have been his first of his career. He's just getting better and better, man. It's so exciting to see.
Chained out for an ace.
Well, no one really saw it.
And if we would have had more people with ratings playing the same course as Hudson, he probably would have had over a 900 rated round. We just didn't have a lot of propagators in the field, and he was probably the best of all of them. So that, can make it tough to shoot a great round if the other people just shoot their average. So
yeah, because I think he shot over 100 points over his rating. So yeah, shot really, really well.
And, I learned some stuff from the TD side of things that I'll change up next year to try to make the event even, a little bit better. So it's tough. Chase and I left here at 6 o'clock in the morning. I know it's no excuse, but we were on the road at 6, packing up at 5:40 and on the road at 6. And we got there just in enough time to get all of the extra baskets laid out and the signs and a little bit of paint that we could do. I mean, ultimately I should probably be there the day before doing all that, but it's hard to justify doing that for, if you're not going to lose more money by doing that.
1,000%. No, I get it. Well, let's jump into some disc golf action that's not local. And we'll start where we always start. What's popping? What's been happening around the world of disc golf? And speaking of the world, where we're going to start is, hey, Smitty, where's Worlds next year?
It's over in Europe on the Beast and the whatever that other one was called. Temporary?
Yeah. It's over there. Well, where's it going to be in 2026?
We don't know yet, but the Estonian crew would sure like to have a shot at running a Worlds. What do you think about that?
I will say their event was amazing, right? We talked about it. It was so cool. They are all in on disc golf, but the majority of the people, majority of the players are from here. And to have 2 back-to-back world championships abroad, I don't know. It's a little tough pill to swallow. I would love to have them maybe in 2027, but I don't like 2 in a row over there. What are your thoughts?
I think that these people ran an awesome event this year. I think they'll put the same amount of effort, if not more, into a world championship. I think they have the backing of their government for the event. That's pretty amazing. I think disc golf is a different level in Europe and especially in Estonia compared to the US. A lot of people go to the world championships with no intentions of winning, only going to continue a streak or have fun, have a vacation. It's the world championships, right? And the people who have a shot at winning it are going to be there. Gannon Burr's going to be there no matter what. Ricky Wysocki's not going to miss it. So where it's at isn't so important to me, I guess. I just don't know if that course is a good course for 5 rounds for a world title.
Yeah. Do they have to add in another course to make that viable? And can they do that in 2 years? Is there one around? I don't know.
I'm sure they could and probably already have another course, but yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be, we'll see if somebody in the U.S. steps up, right? Put some money to it and see what happens. But
again, that's the thing, right? Is we were not getting people to even bid. I mean, that's why Emporia had it the year they had it, is because no one else is even bidding for the Worlds. So I don't know. I mean, I like the fact that they're stepping up, and you were right. They will do an absolutely amazing job, and they will spare no expense.
Right.
They'll do everything they can, but it does suck that it's not at home. I mean, that's just me being loving the U.S.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that too, but we have our share of majors that will be here every single year. And ultimately, it's not going to affect you and I one bit. Neither one of us are going to go try to play it.
Or watch it in live. Unless it was close-ish, maybe.
Maybe. Emporia, Kansas City.
What about somewhere in Texas?
Tulsa, maybe. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I enjoy sitting on my butt watching it on my couch.
I understand that. Believe me. So, believe me, I get that.
What else is going on?
Well,
did you catch this?
I saw it. So at the Panthers game, we had a disc golf basket. So reports that I heard said the mascot just randomly was putting for fun when he wasn't doing mascot duties. He was just putting, getting some putting practice in because, putting in the mascot suit really helps. He was really trying to help with his pressure with a lot of people watching him putt. But apparently there was no mini games or anything like that was happening on the field. But dadgummit, a basket at an NFL game, Smitty.
I've heard the same report you've heard about what it was there for and what was going on with it. But I think it's awesome I guess that picture came from Rick originally. So, of course, a disc golfer at the game is going to see a disc golf basket. Heck, I see disc golf baskets everywhere I go, right? Mm-hmm. People's backyards, parks, their
apartment complexes.
Our eyeballs just go right to them. That looks like a good place for a disc golf hole. Oh, it already is type deal. But I'd like to know why it's there. Really, it's funny. I'll give it that.
It's cool, regardless.
It's cool to us.
No one else thought it was cool.
To normal people, not disc golfers, they're like, "Why the heck are one of those things there?"
Yeah.
But to us, it's cool. Speaking of cool, how about making 4 miles of putts in a year? What a freak.
He is phenomenal. But what I'm wondering is, I'm sure this is some type of record. I don't know how long they've kept this as a record, but I wonder if he broke it by a lot, if there's anyone close. I haven't seen any other stats other than that particular graphic.
Yeah, I mean, the record of putting like that probably only goes back 2 or 3 years. So, and yeah, I mean, to have somebody figure that data and mine that, I guess if you have access to the PGA live scoring, you can probably do it pretty easily if you know how to do it. But yeah, just imagine 4 miles of putting.
Yeah, that's nuts. I need a breakdown though. Whoever did that, give me a top 10. Thank you.
If you watch this show.
Yeah, please share this out to everyone so it gets to that guy or girl. Yeah. Excuse me.
Human. There we go. So I think this is cool. The Disc Golf Pro Tour is, like it says, taking the next steps forward on equipment standards. This isn't an official test going on at the championships. It's just I went to their website and read what I could find. This is a preliminary test, pre-test. They're going to try to collect some sort of stats. They're going to use StatMando, bring them in, and just kind of see what they're going to test on baskets at this point is what they're going to test. So putts from different ranges, different elevations, things like that, just to see how they catch, or more importantly, probably don't catch. And then next year, if a basket manufacturer wants to be an approved basket, they have to pay $500 and send them a brand new, never put together basket, complete with instructions on how to put it together.
Okay.
Yep. So what's that mean in the future? I don't know. If they pick 4 or 5 approved baskets, does that mean that they'll have their own baskets that they take to these events? Or a place like Maple Hill that uses MVP baskets, I believe. Seems like that's what they would be.
Yeah.
If that basket doesn't get approved, what happens? Emporia, if it gets back on the tour and veterans don't get approved by the tour standards, are they gone? I think that's also for Idlewild, I think, uses veterans. So,
I mean, I do like that we're going into a more standardized basket so that it's fair across the board. But at the same time, that's gonna ruffle some feathers.
Good. It'll be interesting to see how it shakes out and what goes on. Like the baskets I hear the most complaints about actually aren't veterans. It's those prodigies, the ones with the X's.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of moans and groans about those. And really, the only other baskets I see on the tour are veterans, those Discraft
disc
Pro,
catchers.
whatever they are, and the end of a disc catcher, and I guess the MVP basket. I don't think I see anything other than
No.
those four.
Yeah, I'm just for the DGPT to just say, nah, bro, your basket ain't it. I just mean, whew, that's going to make someone upset. I do wonder what that looks like for those courses that carry those baskets now.
And it's also pretty easy to say, yeah, we're doing this testing to see what qualifies, and then looking at your information and say, okay, these are what we play on our tour. Let's make sure all of these meet the standard and let's prove them.
Yeah,
So,
you could easily do that too.
Well, and it's probably, I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. What about the Carolina Clash? You check out those stats at all?
I sure did. I saw a little graphic float by on my page and thought immediately you. I don't know why. Oh.
Joel freaking Freeman, this dirty dog, playing good at the good time, going into the United States Disc Golf Championships where he has a history of playing well.
Yeah, he's feeling good at the right time. For this would be easily, I think, his first major if he gets that.
Yeah.
I think he's been around there. I mean, he's been in contention for majors, but he's another person that just always finds a way to shoot himself in the foot.
Well, he plays well. He's at the United States Disc Golf Championships. I'll tell you that. And I may just have to scratch that itch.
No, you're not going to. You swore. You said never again.
I may have to do it. Everybody deserves one more chance.
Well, I don't think you're that silly to do that. But he did play really well, and you saw who got second in that tournament.
Yeah, your guy.
Yeah.
Cole Ronaldo.
Yeah.
A distant second, 13 strokes back, if I remember right.
Count it. That's still a second place.
That's your boy.
Yeah.
That's your boy. Well, we got something big coming up this week, man. It's that fact. It's already started. Started today.
Okay.
They always do the Monday qualifying for the United States Disc Golf Championships, and here we go.
How many get in?
These five. Yeah, they took five, and if there's a tie for fifth, you play it off. So in this case, all five of these will get in. Grady Shue, that is a good round.
That's fantastic, dude.
When I made that graphic, I looked and there was no ratings, which I didn't quite understand because it's still
PDGA.
Yeah, and it was an XC event, whatever that means. Yeah, and there's still no ratings attached to it.
Interesting.
Yeah, but 11 down is going to be good.
Yeah.
He beat Drew by 4, Dan Hastings by 5, and then Miranda and Blackburn. Blackburn's the only name that I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, agreed.
He beat them by 7, and let's look at Dan Blackburn. He's a good golfer. 997 rated out of North Carolina.
Okay.
So,
probably familiar with the course.
Probably just, a local dude that just said, you know what, I'm going to go give it a shot. And
he made it.
He made it. I don't know if he's played it before. Let's see if he played last year. He did not. No, he did. He got 101st.
Come on. Let's break the top 100, Johnny. You got this.
So that's pretty cool. That's a tradition that they have had for as long as I can remember. So
that is neat. Man, Grady, he's a golfer, man. He can play.
Did you see who won the ladies' side of the Monday qualifier?
I did not.
Mrs. Shue.
Let's go.
Yeah. So Paige will be playing all week.
Talk about a shoe in.
Yeah, boy, yeah. Those twins are
That was actually one of the better ones I've ever had. I hate that I'm proud of that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So congratulations. So was there only one woman, or did a few get in it?
Two women, Paige, and I forget who the other one was. Let me peek. It's only fair that we announce them both.
Yeah. Someone you knew?
Sandy Heinel. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And like Erica Stitchcomb, Macy Valdez, Smiley, the only one that we knew in the women's player or rookie of the year, all got beat out. Leah Senegini, we said her name a few weeks ago because she left.
Yeah.
Whatever that. Yeah, Lone Star. So cool. Now something I am excited about.
Bring it on. We're back, baby.
The DOS line. He's ranked 104th out of 117 players. What do you think, Lucas, constitutes this former United States Disc Golf Championship winner as having a good tournament? 104th out of 111
104th
or 117.
I think if he finishes in our terrible spot, which was 60th, I think that's a good tournament for him. That means he's outplaying 44 other players.
Okay. Yeah.
I just don't think he's even going to finish there, unfortunately. What do you think is good for him, and where do you actually think he'll finish?
I think there's a chance that he could crack the top half.
Okay. So we're saying somewhere in the not great area.
60th. Somewhere in the 60th. Right? That would be top half. 120 would be top half.
And yeah, so we're kind of around the same spot as what you would consider good.
I'd give him not great. Top 50.
All right.
I mean, he is Nate Doss.
He is an aged Nate Doss.
Who doesn't play nearly as much disc golf as he used to.
Exactly. He's, too busy doing commentary and brewing
beer. Yep. So I'd like to see it, and lucky for me, I will get to see it because Daddy's got the pro account. What are you doing?
I'm going to be recording a tournament.
Okay.
This week, Foxtail Farms.
What day is that?
So that's Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. So what are you going to do Thursday? You going to watch it free?
I'm going to watch it free on Thursday, and then was really hoping I could talk you into a password.
Doubtful.
Okay.
Is there free coverage on Thursday?
I would imagine. Isn't everything always free? I guess we got to look this up. Oh my God. If it's not free, I don't know what I'm going to do.
What are your feelings about the pay window or whatever, behind the paywall?
I guess I don't understand what's happening.
Well, some people are upset that they're having to pay extra for the coverage. Some people are upset that they're just not all free in the first place. What do you think?
I will say these are my thoughts, because I had a friend that was very, very upset that he's paid all year and then he's not going to get this tournament. And I would argue that the only selling feature in my mind for the pro was this tournament. And I chose not to. If you chose not to do that, that's on you at that point. So you knew early on in the year how you should feel about it. And I'm not upset. It was my choice. If I wanted it, I mean, I can still pay for it now if I need it.
Maybe they do away with 2 levels possibly, or maybe they go all the way into 2 levels and all majors are part of the pro account. So I bought the pro account. I've had it all year. It's mainly because I didn't want to deal with upgrading, downgrading, because some people said you could save a little money doing that. I also didn't hate supporting Disc Golf Pro Tour and Disc Golf Network.
Mm-hmm.
But Also, I thought I would get a few more things that no longer exist, like Tournament Central. What happened to Nate? Did Nate get canned?
I think so. I haven't seen him.
Now that I'm thinking, I haven't heard or seen
Yeah.
him in a while. But yeah, and like the Jomez thing was like part of the reason you got pro, and that comes out on YouTube the same time as it does.
Well, apparently this one though, they're
2
not
weeks.
for 2 weeks, so that's one of the bigger ones, and I think that's why some people are even more angry. I don't think there needs to be levels. I think there just needs to be a price. You pay it or you don't. My question is, do you see a fall off in the people subscribing next year with all of the complaining of the spotty coverage, the logging, have to log out, log back in, and then now this on top of it? Do you see even less people becoming a part of it? And if they do have less people, does that mean the price is going to increase?
Yeah, I think potentially there are fewer people that get it. I mean, I'll get it just because I don't hate it. I am willing to live through the growing pains to watch. It's not that big of a deal to me if I get kicked out and have to push the button again. Is it annoying? Yes. It hasn't happened at like the biggest moment to me yet. That might make me snap if
everyone misses the holy shot time part 2.
James Proctor's lining up from the drop zone. What? James hugging the basket. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, and they'll have to cover that cost somehow, I would think. If fewer people subscribe, the price may go up. I don't know. I guess we'll find out next year, won't we?
We will.
So this tournament's always been a little bit different. For the longest time, they didn't let any outsiders vend or come in and videotape at all. They like really kept it protected. So just the fact that it's even on this platform, I think, is pretty amazing. I mean, as short as 4 or 5 years ago, you had to actually subscribe to the United States Disc Golf Championships, something to watch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they've been pretty stingy over the years with their tournament.
Yeah, I think I saw somewhere Philo. So I'm guessing Philo and Ian. We haven't had Ian in a while.
Yeah.
And Philo, I think, got kicked to the curb. And hopefully Kenny Climo would be good.
Yeah. I hope they bring him back. I like him.
Yeah.
I think people have mixed reviews on Kenny, but I like him.
I like them all. Like them a lot. So, yeah, I think that's kind of a down week for disc golf, other than Joel frickin' Freeman ruining my life.
But you know what? We still have some picks that we need to get into. And we got some studs that we're about to bring in onto the show. So let's jump into that right now. Dun, 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 dun. Weekly picks. Let's go. We got picks for USDGC. And guess what, Smitty? We're not doing this alone today.
No, we're not. We got our buddies.
Right in the wind tunnel, coming back for a second time on the show after beating Silent K. Let's welcome in Mr. Lando.
What's going on?
Front-facing camera now. We don't have to look at the back of his head.
Yep, got that fixed.
Figured it out. Wow, this is what he looks like. I thought you were 3 years old or something. All right. And making his players meeting debut, it is Landon versus Brandon. Woo!
There we
What up,
go.
everybody?
What up, dude?
Ready to make a
On.
statement, baby.
Oh, yeah, I like it. I like it. Well, it shouldn't be too hard against me, but you guys got to beat Smitty. That's who you got to beat.
No chance this week.
No worry. Not
Yeah,
worried.
he's confident.
He really is.
Yeah.
He's probably going McBeast. I can already tell with his face.
I think Smitty knows I'm not going McBeast on that one.
Well, Smitty, who do you think should start it out? You want to do it with your confidence level so high?
No, let's let Landon, our returning, or should we let our newest guest start it out?
Yeah.
Let's let the
All right.
new guy.
Brandon, you pick the topic, and then you tell us who you got.
I'm gonna go with one that I don't usually go with first. I'm gonna go with sleeper first.
Okay.
I'm gonna go one Vino Macula. Overseas.
Okay. All right.
There's the wave already.
I don't mind it.
There's
I don't usually go in European players, but for some reason he's played his recent track there has been pretty good, so I figured I'd give him a shot.
He's got some new discs too, so.
Yep.
And his discs are made in the town he's playing in. He'll be visiting the warehouse, picking out as many new discs as he wants. So little added stress for the
no
Vino.
excuses. No excuses.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to beat you, so thank you. Appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and go with mine. We'll just kind of go in order here. Smitty, you'll go next. We'll let Landon go last. So I'm going to go sleeper. Someone who hasn't had a good year. Well, not to his standards anyway. I picked him once this year. He did me pretty good. So we're going to go again. We're picking the lefty. Switched over to Discraft. Chris Clemens.
A lefty's never won the USDGC. I don't know if you know that or not.
I did not know that. But we're just going for top 10.
I don't know if a lefty's ever, well, top 10's not going to be good enough. I don't know if lefty's ever won a major, in fact. But USDGC is a good track for a lefty. A lot of the fairways slope from high right to low left. So Chris Clemens normally is a good pick, but he's a terrible pick this year. If you haven't been paying attention, I would not even think twice about kicking him off of my team if I were you.
32nd. He's averaging 32nd. That's not as bad as you would imagine.
But I might win just based because my guy's probably going to win the tournament.
Okay.
You guys want to bag on Lucas at all? This is your chance. It's a free chance to bag on Lucas.
You on Jewel Freeman, Smitty?
Freaking Joel Freeman.
Yeah. See, my pick's too good, Smitty.
You want me to make my pick?
Yes.
Can't believe I'm doing this. I said I would never, ever do it again. Joel freaking Freeman.
Oh, wow.
Joel Freeman. All right.
Hold it, baby.
Let me justify my pick first. Okay. Joel Freeman at MVP. I don't know if you guys paid attention, but he shot a 957 rated first round and moved up and got deep in the cash. He went 1053, 1037, 1076. As you saw earlier, my dude went off at the Carolina Clash.
He did.
1058, 1022, 1088. Let's talk Joel Freeman's track record over the last few years at the United States Disc Golf Championships. And this will tell you why my guy's the pick that you should have went with, all three of you. Nerd. 5th place last year, 7th place in 23, 5th place in 22, 10th in 21. I might be off on my years. He didn't play in 20. There wasn't one in 20, and then 15. So this guy is constantly in the top 15 at the United States Disc Golf Championships. It's as much as I hate to do it, it's the smart pick.
Oh, yeah. I definitely thought about him. But the fact that you chose him just means you're going to get screwed. We know this, so thank you so much.
What's his average finish this year?
I don't even care. He's going to win.
I think it's 30th.
All right.
Because I was looking at him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll go with mine then. My guy, he's had a pretty good, last couple weeks. And he's done pretty well on this track in the past. Alden Harris. He, the last 2 years, so in 2022, he got 15th at this place. And then in 2023, he got 20th. And his average for 2024 is 38.5. So I think he'll poke into the top 15.
I like that pick.
I thought about him too. He's like Clemens is. He's just had a down year, and he just had a decent tournament at Green Mountain, and then just pooped the bed again. He got 45th, I think, the last week. So I don't know. It's going to be a tough one, but I don't hate the pick. I think it will be a good battle. Because you said, what, 38.5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a high ceiling, so. But he sucks this year.
Besides that ace. Woo.
I don't think he's a terrible pick. I think his control off the tee will be, that'll come into his favor at the United States Disc Golf Championships. There's very few lines you have to hit, so to say, but you have to land it where you want it. And I don't think he's a sprayer. I would avoid sprayers at all times. Probably my stink pick again, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, I think Alden's putter, let him down this year. So
yeah.
All right.
You want it, Lando?
I can
Landon, you.
Well, I'll go stink. Going straight from the sleeper to the stink. So I'm just gonna say it. My stink, Ezra Robinson.
Oh
wow!
Hey, you're talking about sprayers. He can spray sometimes. He gets kind of wild. But that isn't why. I said he hasn't been inside the top 35 in the last 4 years in this tournament. His average finish this year is 11th, and I don't think he'll be in the top 10.
So I will say one thing about Ezra is kind of the same thing with my pick this year. Like, Chris Clemens is not a good pick just based off his performance this year. Based off Ezra's performance this year, that's not a good pick. So, I hope you're wrong because I like to win, but I don't think that's going to bode well for you. That dude has been playing some really good disc golf.
I think I picked him as my shine or sleeper last time, so
yeah,
we'll see. Go the other way.
Did for you. That's why you're here.
I think your stats are a little misleading on Ezra too. Ezra is a different dude than he was last year, and a way different dude than he was 2 years ago. I don't hate your pick though, because every time I think this guy's going to win a tournament, something weird happens and he gets all pissed off and he blows it over 4 or 5 holes over sometimes things that I don't understand why he's so angry. Like, for example, Maple Hill, the crowd is going to scream and yell and holler. Yep. You know what's going to happen. You can't let that ruin your entire day. And as soon as something happens like that to him, he is just boom in the pit. And let me tell you what's going to happen at USDGC. You're going to throw a fantastic shot. You're going to get up there and you're going to be in some stupid little yellow hazard area that you didn't know existed because you couldn't see it from the tee, or you're going to roll down the hill and go out of bounds. You're going to miss 17 and have to re-tee. Something bad's going to happen to you on that course. And I could see something happen to him and derailing his quest right off the bat. So, yeah, he's not a terrible pick. But he could do really well and get us some roadhouse too.
That's the thing.
He could win this thing. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
God, I'm so hungry, bro.
Brandon, you want it?
Well, yeah, I think it's fitting for me to go next because I'm gonna have to back Landon on this one. I'm gonna have to go with Ezra Robinson.
Whoa!
Yeah, I think we had the same homework and copied each other. So,
my stats were right.
Yeah, I'm right there with Smitty though. I think he gets in his own head. He's gonna have a bad hole, and it's just gonna ruin a round for him. And I've seen what happened to him at Maple Hill, and I know how good of a player he is, and I know he's been trending lately, but he has some bad holes that I don't know if it's from playing with Burr and Isaac all the time, and his standards are so high on himself or what. But yeah, I feel like he's gonna make a bad decision or make a good throw and make a bad decision after that or whatever, and it's just gonna hurt him.
So what
Yeah.
happens if he wins? Do Brandon and I both
We
split
split the
Roadhouse?
pick or what? What goes on there?
I don't care what happens as long as we go.
Yeah, I'm just hungry.
Split the check.
That sounds good.
Yeah. I will say this. Even with some of his meltdowns this year, with his attitude, he still hasn't finished bad even with that. And I think that's what I think. He usually bounces back, but it takes a few holes. So I
agree with that.
I don't think you're going to probably be on Roadhouse alert, but you're definitely not going to win with that pick. So thank you, boys, for coming on and letting me win something for a change. Really appreciate you. Smitty, you want to go ahead or me?
Oh, I'll do it.
All right.
This might be the worst pick I've ever made.
Let's go.
The defending champ.
Kyle Klein.
And it's a bad pick for a couple of reasons. Number one, he proved that he can win this tournament. I feel like he's probably playing better last year at this time, but he could win it. And it's another bad pick because I didn't even look to see what his average finish was. I'm going to be honest with you here. I was going to go James Proctor, coming down off a little hangover, and I looked at his USDGC stats, and he's another dude that is constantly up there at the top 15. So I tried to avoid him, but yeah, I'm going to stick with Kyle.
Wow.
I got my power rankings for 2024. Kyle Klein is 14th.
Oh, okay. Well, I will say
I don't know his average, but that was his ranking. So.
I do know his average. It's 18th, and so not the worst as far as average is concerned. But this dude won it last year. He's got fond memories here, and
please don't tell me you took him.
I did not take him. I just am thinking now, I truly have some opportunities for Roadhouse because who I chose, definitely not going to win, but is a fantastic pick. This is how you pick stinks, boys. You don't pick people that are going to win. You pick Cole Radalin, who sucks at this tournament, but it's 21st average all year. 21st. Last year, 80 freaking 5th. No, 76th last year, 85th the year before. He sucks here, and he's going to suck again. And if he finishes anywhere near that, that's the biggest green check mark for me you've ever seen. My God, you boys.
That's
don't
not a
have
fun
to pick
pick,
people
though.
that are going to win the tournament.
You don't think your boy, the one that you proclaimed the next great player way back at the beginning of the year, you don't think this guy can win this tournament?
Not this one. He'll win another one, but not this one.
Are you kidding me right now? Why can't he win this tournament?
He's got all the shots, but he's also a sprayer.
The dude's phenomenal. He has good control. You know, he got second to Joel frickin' Freeman at the Carolina Clash, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
No. Do I think Cole Radalin will win it? No. Do I think you should be as confident you are that he's going to blow it again? I don't think so. I think Cole Radalin could easily get it. Well, not easily. This is the US freaking DGC.
Yeah.
But I think Cole Radalin could get a top 20 finish.
All right. Well, I will then I would be, he's doing one better than he normally does, if that's the case.
Hey, top 20 at USDGC is good, man.
So I truly think he's going to struggle. And he is coming off a good tournament, but I don't think he's going to definitely struggle more than your guys' picks. But we'll see. This is exciting. I think you all were bold with yours. I went cautious. I went with the layup while you guys are running your putts.
Yeah.
Mama didn't raise a chump.
Nope.
All right, Smitty, last one.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Well, Gannon Burr has won every 5 4-round major or 4-round tournament. No, he didn't win the Champions Cup.
No,
But Gannon Burr
Frisbee.
is probably the next GOAT for sure. But he's going to walk home sad after this tournament because second place to my guy just isn't going to be good enough to make him happy. Richard Wysocki.
2 weeks in a row?
Dude, Rick has been so close all year, and I know that Rick's fire is just burning and he wants it. And it's kind of a hometown area for Rick. Rick's very familiar with the property. He's been there forever. I mean, Gannon Burr's familiar with it too. I don't know that that's going to matter. Just give me Ricky and be quiet and make you pick.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to. Ricky going to play second fiddle again. He is not going to win this, but Gannon probably is. But Gannon is off limits to all of us. So I'm going to go with someone a little bit different. Someone that hasn't had his best year. He's been around, but he just kind of seems to lose interest towards the end. But this week, he's staying locked in. He's staying real locked in. We got Calvin. We got Vinny. He's going to take one down.
First one, huh?
Yeah, I think it's time. It's time. Let's go, Vinny.
Let's go.
I would only like to see 2 people win this more than Vinny. My guy, Rick, obviously. And then probably Brandon's pick. But I'll wait until after he makes his pick here, Paul Macbeth, before I tell you.
Okay. All right. Brandon, let's see if Smitty called it.
He did not. I'm glad he didn't go with the layup with Burr. But my pick is going to be one Eagle McMahon.
Oh,
I hope so too. That guy's so good. Go ahead.
I feel like he's got it all. His putting's coming back from his injury. I feel like he's going to be able to put it all together. Worried about a little bit of the controlness of the OB, but I think he can figure it out. It was really up to me with him or Simon. Those two were my two I think was going to win it. I always want Ricky to win. Big Ricky fan. But I figured that was too much of a layup too, so I went a little bit more aggressive and went Eagle McMahon.
I like it. He didn't have a good performance at MVP.
No,
But,
it was terrible.
I think I even picked him to win.
You did. I talked you into it.
Week too soon, hopefully.
Yeah, so maybe it was just a week too soon. Exactly. So I hope he plays well. He's not someone that I would ever root against.
No. I think he had a slow start to the year, but I think he's going to catch fire, and I think he's going to set his tone for the next year, 2025. So
I think one thing that Eagle has going for him is he's going to be able to throw putters on so many of these holes, and landing your disc at the right angle is important here.
Yep.
So we'll see. I'd like to see it. Not as much as I'd like to see Paul Macbeth win, but I'd like to see it. Go ahead, Lando.
Lando, who you got?
You said it. Landing your disc on the right angle. Who does that better than anyone else?
Nicklaus.
Isaac Robinson.
yeah.
That dude is going to shred this course. He's done it the last 2 years. I mean, he's a 3-time major champion. He got 6th place in 2022, 3rd place 2023. I think he brings it home.
It's another good one.
Took a week off too to let his finger heal at MVP.
Mm-hmm.
He's a major player though. Like 17 and 18 at this course, they have teeth, and he steps up when he needs to. I think those 2 holes are gonna come into play for him in a good way. He's gonna put the disc where he needs to and gonna play him well.
Yeah, this course you don't really need 600 feet of power. You need control, good putting, all that good stuff. So I like it. Robinson has a pick too.
3rd, 6th, 8th. His last 3 finishes at the USDGC.
Yeah, he's fine.
That's a
He's
great
fine.
pick. That's a good pick.
He's cool. It's a good pick. Listen to this though, Smitty. This is for you. I think I found someone else that you would want to win maybe more than all of those. Maybe not Paul.
Aaron Gossage.
Smitty's new favorite player.
No chance.
Nate Doss.
That's your pick?
No, I already picked Vinny. I'm just saying for you, if he won, wouldn't you want him to win more than anyone else? No?
No.
No.
No. I'd really like to see Paul win to extend his streak to wins. Although it's not a disc golf pro tour, right? But I guess a major win would probably count.
Still count, yeah.
Yeah. Because he got that torn out of his little grubby paws last week. So
Yeah.
I mean,
What a putt.
the difference between wanting Paul to win and thinking Nate Doss would win. Nate Doss has no chance at winning this thing. None. So.
All right. Well, that was fun, boys. Pretty good picks. You did your homework. You came with stats, freaking notebooks.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute nerds over here.
Smitty can't be the only disc golf nerd.
I am a nerd, that's for sure.
But he doesn't have notebooks.
No.
Oh, I don't?
Oh, okay. Well, he's got his notepad. See,
Yeah.
he's moved up. You guys have actual physical paper.
Got to show my work.
You have it printed out. He wasted ink on that.
I couldn't forget the stats.
Well, I love it, boys.
We'll
Well,
see how she shakes out.
we sure will. And do you guys want to make some type of bet against each other? Brandon Landon on the spot.
Who'd you have as a sleeper?
Alden Harris.
Go head to head on matchups, and I'll throw a cherry limeade or something your way.
Who's your sleeper?
Bino Makala.
I'll do that.
I don't know.
All right. You heard it here first. We got a cherry limeade on the line. They should probably be more worried about the Roadhouse they're going to buy for Smitty and I. But
Not a chance.
But boys, thank you so much for watching, supporting the pod, commenting. We really appreciate you, for real.
Keep it up, fellas. Love it.
Of
All
course.
right, man. Thanks, boys. Thanks
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for bringing somebody smart in.
Later.
Later.
You know, Smitty, it's always fun bringing guests on the show. That's a really good, fun time.
And those dudes did their homework before they
They
came
really
on.
did. They really did. It was absolutely adorable. They did not want to make a fool of themselves, but I think they kind of did.
We'll
with
find
that.
out.
Yeah, I cannot. Smitty, I swear I want Ezra to win so bad now. I'm never going to root for someone harder than I root for Ezra this week.
As long as he beats Kyle.
Well, Smitty, we're done.
Yes, we are.
So let's jump into our shout outs of the week. Do you have any this week?
Yeah, I got two of them. First of all, I got to shout out Chase Boyd for showing up at my house at 5:40 in the morning, helping me load 7 disc golf baskets into the truck and trailer, and then spending the whole day away from his family for breakfast and dinner. That's what he got paid. And I also got to give a shout out to my man Schaefer, Jordan Schaefer, who showed up to the park right behind us, helped us get everything set up, went and picked up the breakfast for Chase and I, but didn't get anything himself. And then he was too busy for dinner. He had to go to a pizza party. So Schaefer gave up his whole day and just hung out with us in the park. And those guys, number one, kept me entertained all day. And number two, saved the old man's back.
Yeah, that's such a Schaefer thing to do as well. Dude's a rock solid human being.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a little shout out to give as well. Give a shout out here to Cooper Arnold, owner of Foxtail Farm. We just put out a video recently. It's a lot of fun working with him on that project, and this video is done extremely well. If you haven't watched it, please take a peek at it. Cooper spent 10 years on that property, and then he did these very eloquent voiceovers, and
They were very
him,
Cooper Arnold.
it really was. I told him he can thank me when he gets the big bucks for some of his voiceover work later in life. Because yeah, he killed it. So it was a lot of fun working on that, and we're going to be doing that tournament this weekend, and can't wait to get that out for everyone to see.
Yeah.
But we did it. No 19th hole this week because we don't want to show a picture of Joel Freeman doing something. So we're just going to take off now. We hope to see you on the next one as we recap USDGC. Next Monday will come out on Tuesday, so be on the lookout for it. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye now.